got some new equipment. Feeling pretty excited for it. This mic, I literally have the windows down right now. Bunch of background noise. But the mic is like, it's a better mic. It's a higher quality. Spent a little bit more money on it. So I think it's just super, super good. But we are hitting legs today. Same layout as every other day. Calves, abduction, adduction, curls and extensions. We haven't really done any pressing since we've been on the cut. But speaking of the cut, yesterday we grubbed up. Yeah, I had a bit of a cheat meal. It's about Chinese freaking chicken. But we gotta get back to business. But gym, then sauna. I've not been doing cardio on this cut yet. Low-key kind of being lazy about it. Just haven't. I know that once I introduce it, it'll be like a consistent thing. But just haven't introduced it yet. But we're probably gonna keep weights the same because we've been hitting pretty much the same reps every week. But only time I see a real performance drop is if I'm lacking on sleep for that previous day, and even then, it's really so much. It's like a couple days of lacking on sleep. You start to feel it, but sometimes being low on sleep, you should still be fucking going harder than you thought you could. It's an interesting human mechanism. We did some leg presses to warm up, get some blood flow in all of our legs instead of trying to warm up each thing before we go into it. But first we have standing calf raises. Constantly be forgetting to charge my AirPods, so right now they're charging with the lady who runs the gym. But I will be able to get them back after this set when they're charged up a bit. But I'm gonna crush this shit first. Go Berserko. Alright, still baby. One major tip I have for this movement is think about sweeping it with this side of your leg. Because you can definitely help out quite a bit with your feet if you don't think about it. But put your mind in the muscle, man. All is well. Oh, we got adduction. Just sweeping in. You just gotta think of the counter, usually inside. And we're doing 170, same weight we've been on. We did do 190, but that was peak during the bowl. So on the 170. It's good. Still getting 6 to 10 reps. Workout to look at. But yeah, my only cue for this, I would say I could give aside from this experience is you're just trying to sweep the weight up and pull it closer to your hamstrings. You can use a lot of your lower legs, but if you think of it as like a lever, think of your legs as like a lever, and just pull it closer to your hams, you can isolate them pretty well. Most of two. Somebody to bust some. Just up, but I'm. Legs have been fucking killed. Just killed, bro. I like leg days, man. I get kind of anxious before them almost every time, but that feeling of reaching like where you feel like you're giving everything you can. Oh man, it's a fucking good feeling. It's like you enter like a different state for a second, and you got to come back from that shit. Oh, but good lift. Good lift. I'm gonna have to go up on weight on the abduction, which is going out. Probably the in, which is the adductor. And then I also have to go up in weight on leg extensions, at least according to this. Granted, I did eat like a lot yesterday, but yeah, I want to maintain my strength. So, but I think as long as you keep your carb intake, you'll keep most of your strength. I think a lot of the strength comes from the carbs. Like, yeah, it feels nice to not to like have food in your system, and there's definitely extra fuel with that, like extra intensity you can bring because your central nervous system is not already fatigued from being in a deficit. But still go hard. Still go hard. That wind is hitting. I think this mic is good enough where it shouldn't matter, right? But I don't know for certain. But I gotta clean my freaking car out too, dude. I have a lot of clothes in here. But I just slam this sauna. Reaches about 200 degrees. I found out when it's fully like steamed up with the water bottles and shit. So that's cool. 15 minutes per usual. And yeah, I'll probably see you guys post on it because this new mic, the audio is actually it's actually pretty good. So I feel like it's for sure worth it. And I got my other mount that I got for the dashboard broke, but this new one is like way better. Comes with like a pad to place on the dash, and then you place the suction on the pad, so it has better suction. But yeah, that's it for me. I'll catch you. Sauna complete. Yeah, I feel so nice. I just sitting there and sweat, dude. It's actually incredible. But before we get to the question, I think I am going to take a rest day tomorrow, let my system kind of recuperate, and I'm going to start cardio tomorrow. So it'll like feel like it takes less time to introduce it. So that's the plan there. Rest day with cardio. I don't know if we'll do a video or not, but that'll be nice. And then I think what I'll start doing, cardio in the morning is always nice, but I don't wake up early enough to do like 8 a.m. cardio or something. Go to bed at like 2 or 3 a.m. right now, and I'm waking up at like noon, 11. So, but we'll figure out the schedule for it. I'll think on it. But the question for today is it normal to feel sore for a few days after the workout, or are you overdoing it? I personally think, and from my experience and stuff that I've seen, read, watched, whatever, soreness is not based off of necessarily going hard or like just because you're not sore doesn't mean you didn't stimulate growth, right? So I think soreness comes in from a few different things. The first one being when you do a new movement. You do a new movement or a new exercise that your body is not accustomed to, you're probably going to feel sore. If you are extremely overtraining, you're probably going to feel sore, but that's because you're not recovering enough, not because, well, that's just why. You're just not recovering enough. So you could be overdoing it. Being sore for a few days in a row from the same thing, you're either new to the movement or you brought a lot more intensity that you're not used to, or you did way too much volume. And the volume thing will definitely more accumulate over a few days instead of being just like the next day you'll feel sore. I personally don't feel, I don't know, feeling sore is good. I feel sore in my quads and hamstrings after leg days. There's days where my back will feel sore, but not for a few days. Like it's just for the next day, for the next morning. Like it goes away. So food for thought there. But it's another question that I could think of is how would you rearrange or how would you organize your macros for a diet? And I would do it like this. You need base protein, 1 gram per pound of lean body mass. So if you're 200 pounds, but you have 180 pounds of muscle, you only need to eat 180 grams. And even that's more than what they scientifically say you need. It's just a flat number. It's easy to calculate. Kind of bro science there, but it works. 100% works. The only benefit I would see of eating more protein is if you're in a deficit and you can't eat enough carbs, then your body will use the protein and turn it into glucose. But if you're eating carbs, then you're fine. So, protein. Let's say a 200-pound man at 180 pounds of lean mass, he's eating 180 grams of protein, which times 4 is 720. So it's 720 calories for protein. Now, fats, I never really traditionally do fats a normal way. I think scientifically you need at least 15 to 20% fats for hormone functions and to feel good, satiation. But my recommendation would be 15, 20%, whatever that is. If you feel like that's a good number, great. If you feel like it's too low and you want more, introduce more, have more. But you feel your excess calories, you fill it completely with carbs. Carbs fuel strength, they fuel performance. Your body operates energy wise better off of carbs for anything that is intense at all. Your body automatically uses glucose for anything intense. Fats are used for anything that isn't intense, and that comes down to the aerobic and anaerobic. And that's like a big Mike Menser fucking debate you can get into. But Mike Menser is the GOAT. Got robbed. Pretty much all my training principles come from him. Everything he said always just made sense when you actually think about things and don't just do something because you see somebody big doing something necessarily. Like just because somebody's big doesn't mean that they're doing it correctly. Like steroids, there was a study done on guys taking nothing and not working out, guys taking nothing and working out, guys taking steroids and not working out, and then guys taking steroids and working out. And the guy that is not taking nothing and not working out versus the guy just taking steroids and not working out, the guy taking steroids saw 13x the muscle growth. Obviously, the guy working out ain't doing shit. But the guy that is taking steroids ain't doing shit either. He's just juicing his body, but he's still building. I forget the exact number of the thing between. So 13 actually, I think 13 was the number between the natural lifters versus enhanced non-lifter. I think that was the 13x. I think the number was a lot bigger for the guys that didn't do anything versus guys that took steroids. But it's crazy. Just because someone's big doesn't mean that they're training correctly. It could just be on juice. And another part of that is food. Just because someone is like not big doesn't mean that they don't know what they're talking about. So everybody starts at a different. It's like a line, right? And it's like a spectrum almost. Everybody starts from a different point, and everybody's end point is a different point as well. So, just food for thought. Don't compare yourself to people. You don't know where he started. You don't know how long he's been doing it. You just got to know that if you put in the time, you'll eventually see the results. It's a delayed gratitude thing. But that's it for me. I'm gonna freaking chill. Eat some egg whites. Probably just egg whites. Not really. Not gonna do a bunch of carbs right now. I'm trying to be stable energy wise the rest of the day. That's it, boys. Catch ya.